Now, for some of the people that have been around, I want to let you know that the new Primerica is not going to be a whole lot different from the old Primerica. You still got to go recruit some people. You know, the new Primerica, it won't be like you just think of recruits and they just show up. It's not going to work like that. You still got to put a little bit of effort for it in order to get some success. But it is a new Primerica. Can y'all feel it? And guys, we have been challenged by the leadership. When I've had an opportunity to the last couple of days on a couple of good things, doing some RVP promotions, talk to Glenn Williams, and guys, just understanding the fact, the relationships, and the people that are leading this company, how real they are as people. A lot of times you don't get a chance to really interact with the CEOs and the president of the company. That's not something that's a normal thing. I think, once again, we take what we have for granted. So, before I really get into it, why don't we give our leadership a hand, guys? We've really been challenged to increase by 50% in 4 specific areas, right? And we're talking about recruiting, talking about licensing, life premium, and securities. And obviously we didn't do everything else, but those are the 4 areas that the company has called on us to have at least an increase of 50%. And then obviously, those of y'all that heard the broadcast yesterday, I know we got a lot of people focused on making sure they get 4 more in May, right, than they did in April. A lot of people focused on doing that, and just focused on doing what's necessary to grow your business. But, it's actually already been said a lot since, while I sat there and took notes, it was mentioned several different times. I was sitting next to Scott saying, John Addison's giving my whole speech. But I think the common denominator in doing all of that, 4 more in May, and increasing 50% in building a business is leadership. And so I want to focus on, I got these 12 leadership lessons of John Wooden out of Success Magazine. It's a magazine that, a lot of people have all these different subscriptions. I suggest you can get that subscription. But for the sake of time, I'm kind of condensing it down to 9 versus 12. But, if we had to give leadership a definition, I think that the one word that could define leadership would be influence. Influence. And so if we're serious about influencing some people and really making an impact in their lives and putting a footprint in our, in our own life, I think that there are a couple things we've got to be focused on. I think that the top focus should be leadership. And so just 9 points, guys, 9 quick points as I get an opportunity to talk to y'all this afternoon. The first one, number 9, being that adversity is an asset. Adversity is an asset. And I love thinking about the fact that, when we deal with challenges, David, challenges present an opportunity for us to make choices. Challenges present an opportunity for us to make choices. Most people, when I ask them a question, what's the opposite of success? Especially new recruits, you know what they say? Failure. Some of y'all might have been thinking failure. And unfortunately, if that's your mindset, you're going to probably have a tough time here. Because, if we're thinking about success being this way and failure being that way, then we're going to be running from failure. And if you run from failure, if you run from dealing with rejection or dealing with the chargebacks, dealing with dark houses, then you're, in essence, running away from success. Because you got to go through that stuff to get where you're trying to go. Yeah. So adversity is an asset. Please understand that, especially you new folks. Adversity is an asset. Number 8. Don't look at the scoreboard. Now, of course, we understand, we've heard compete, don't compare, but the bottom line is whether you're having success or whether you're not having success, Earl kind of alluded to it. If you're not careful, what goes up will come down. And I have been coached by Bill Whittle several times. Make sure you don't get on the speaking tour. Make sure you don't get out there too much. It's funny, they don't ask you to speak when you're not running big numbers. And if you speak too much, you might slip down and stop running big numbers. So you got to be careful. You got to be careful. Play scared in a positive way. Be consistent and constantly playing the game to the best of your ability. You're not worried about the scoreboard. You got to do what you need to do. You need need to be the best you can be. Does that make sense, guys? You know, if we're going to talk about exploding this thing, I want you to think about this next one, number 7. We need to seek significant change. You know, a quote that I learned from Bill Whittle, and it's kind of something that I've been doing all my life, but, you know, I learned this quote from Bill Whittle: all growth demands change, right? All growth demands change. You know, and so what are some issues we need to be focused on growing? Well, we need to be focused on growing in what I've learned in Primerica, being around Bill Whittle, as the tags. We need to grow and change and improve in 4 areas, the tags, T-A-G-S. Our thinking. We need to grow and improve our thinking. We cannot move where we want to go thinking the same way that we think right now. No matter who it is in here, right? No matter who it is in here, we have to grow and change our thinking. We got to grow and change our activity. Philip McGill did a phenomenal job talking about the fact that one of the things they did was they really focused on a high level of activity. All right? We got to grow and change our goals. We got to have bigger goals. We got to stretch ourselves. You know what I mean? It's so great when you get a chance to kind of be backstage, because the last 2 speakers, Bill Arender, he gets off the stage and he's telling me about, you know, all the stuff that's really coming. And, you know, I'm like, man, I'm blown away. I'm trying to get my speech ready, and I'm putting my thing down and taking notes on what he's telling me one-on-one. You know, and then you got an opportunity to hear Mr. Godfrey just now. He was talking about the fact that it's not built for 100,000. We're already the biggest, and he's saying we need to be getting 10 times bigger. We got to stretch our vision. We got to think bigger. We got to do bigger, right? Think about this, guys. Number 6. Make each day your masterpiece. Make each day your masterpiece. If you think about it, if today was the only day that mattered, if you didn't get any do-overs, today was the only day that mattered, at the end of the day, could you say, I earned success today? Could you say that? And if you ask yourself that question at the end of every day, whether it be getting 5 names a day, and I'm not talking about just face-to-face, how do you get it? Referrals, centers of influence, 5 names a day, 5 something, setting 5 somethings every day. I got that from, from Team Unstoppable, right? Setting 5 somethings every day. And this is going to kind of blow your mind, but if it really was, you did 5, you got 5 names every day, set 5 somethings every day, and at the end of you doing that for 365 days, you would be making $20,000 a month. Would it be worth it? Well, you say yes quickly. We'll see tomorrow. Would it really be worth it? Oh, I didn't get to it today. That's only your life. It's only your life, right? Think about it, guys. Each day is your masterpiece, and one day, guess what? It really will be. If you treat each day like your masterpiece, one day it really will be. One day you'll bump into Yvette Henderson, you know, because you've been prospecting folks on getting 5 names every day. One day you'll bump into Abram Booty. One day you'll bump into Jason Gills. One day you'll bump into Sean Wallace. These are all people, half of them are RVPs that were in the replacement leg that Coach Whittle, when I was promoted to RVP guy, that has 11 RVPs in it. You know what I thought about? I didn't think, oh man, you know what I thought? I said, if I could have recruited the person that 11 RVPs came out of one time, then I could what? I could do it again. If I get the right mind, if I have the right mindset. Think about that, guys. Number 5, little things make big things happen. Little things make big things happen. If you took 30 minutes out of every day, 24 hours in a day, and you had a couple of things you were focusing on for that 30 minutes, 5 minutes when you woke up in the morning, writing down your goals and affirmations to get your mind focused on what you need to be doing. 5 minutes that evening before you went to sleep to make sure you put on your subconscious mind what you need to be focusing on. That's 10 minutes. If you took 10 minutes setting those 5 somethings every day, right? On the phone, setting your appointments. If you took another 10 minutes, making sure that you were getting those 5 names, whether you got them from referrals or whether you got them from centers of influence or whether you did some face-to-face prospecting. Do you understand that those 30 minutes could change your life? Change your thinking, change the activity, stretch your goals, and then your skills will get better based on you making sure that you continue moving from a goal standpoint. But whatever is easy to do is also easy what? Not to do. Little things make a big difference, guys. Number 4, emotion is your enemy. John Ashton talked about earlier today, if you operate based on emotion, you won't have the success you want, because you won't always feel like waking up. You won't always feel like, my dad used to tell me you can't get a headstand in the bed.